Tell out there buying everything you see on the internet. I made that mistake and I bought so many different resources that I didn't even use my resources. I got so overwhelmed with all my resources, I didn't even use them all once school started. Back with another video. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back, babe. And if you are new to this channel, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and join the game about things I wish I knew before I started nursing school. I will be looking at my iPad from time to time just to make sure I get everything lined out so that we don't make these same mistakes coming into the new year as you begin your journey in nursing school. And I just hope that this reach a lot of people, because these are things that we definitely need to know. Some things I did do, but some things it needed to be said, okay? It needed to be said, and it's not said enough. So let's stop all the chitter chatter. If there are other videos you want to see from me, comment down below and I'll be sure to get those. I am trying to stay consistent and stay on the schedule. Every Monday and Wednesday I'm going to be releasing videos at 5 p.m. Now sometimes you get a little hazy and the video may come out a little later in the night, so bear with me, y'all. But we on this journey together, so welcome. Okay, so my first point is going to be work a lot of hours before school starts. Enjoy your family and friends. Take those trips, enjoy time, and then save up at least $1,000 and set that aside as a reserve for surprise costs during school, any activities that may pop up during school, or if you have to end up leaving your job or something like that, you have a little reserve on the side. That is something that's big because there are a lot of surprise costs that come up during school. It varies from school to school, but there are costs and there are activities that come up during school, so be sure to have that reserve sitting aside. Don't run your tail out there buying everything you see on the internet. I made that mistake and I bought so many different resources that I didn't even use my resources. I got so overwhelmed with all my resources, I didn't even use them all once school started. It was like towards the middle and the end that I began to start using my resources. I will suggest going to buy 1 to 2 resources and then balancing that against what your professor says, because they are the ones who may create the test, or they're going to give you the information to be successful on your test. You may have to go out there and do some research, but that's why you'll have 1 to 2 resources that you can balance against whatever your professor is saying. And if there's some information that they may have missed, be sure to pay attention to that information as well, because that information will be the information that you may need to answer a question on the test. You never know. I've seen it happen. Learn your learning style. It is okay to have multiple learning styles. I have multiple learning styles. I can watch videos on YouTube. I watch Simple Nursing. I watch Registered Nurse RN. I watch multiple things on YouTube, but I also print out all my PowerPoints. I have to see stuff on paper, print it out, and then reading also helps. Sometimes writing helps. It just depends on the type of information, but know your learning style. Don't spend first semester of nursing school trying to learn your learning style. Go into it knowing, okay, this will help me be successful. So test out different questions. If you use ATI, you could go ahead, go inside the ATI books, read through the information and see, okay, can I answer these questions based off of the information? Do I need to go for outside resources? Go ahead and try to learn your learning style now. Some schools do learning style tests, and if they did, go ahead and hit up, your point of contact and say, hey, I want to know what was my learning style from that test. Don't wait until the first set of exams to get hit upside the head with a bad grade, because no, at the beginning, we going hard, we making A's, so come finals time, baby, we make an F. That's okay, because we still leaving out with a B. An A or a B. Don't listen to people that tell you to do and get the bare minimum in nursing school, especially if you know you may want to further your education, or you don't know if you want to further your education. So I understand, yes, C's get degrees, but if you know, or you may think, okay, maybe one day I may want to take it a step further, baby, we want to be able to get into the school of our choice. We want to be able to get scholarships that's going to pay for that advanced degree. Baby, we don't need to be paying out of pocket for these degrees when there's free money out here. But you gotta have the good GPA. You can't just have a C average GPA thinking you're gonna get a full ride to Harvard or Yale or wherever you wanna go. It ain't happening. So in order to prevent that stuff later, let's make it happen now. I understand when you go into a job, they don't ask you what was your GPA, what was this, what was that. But even going into taking your NCLEX, if you did the work to understand your information and not just study for exam, if you went into your NCLEX to understand the information throughout nursing school, we should go in there and pass it first time up. Not taking the test just to pass it that one time and then forgetting about it. Because if you understand the process, you should be able to recall the information. I tell you, over the break, sometimes I was sleeping thinking about the information. Why? Because I studied to understand and not just pass my exams. So let's keep that in mind, sisters and brothers. Let's keep it in mind. The friends or the study group you start with will most likely not be the one that you end with. I'm sorry to break it down to you, but the ones that you may start with may not be the ones you end with. I came in even before school with a person I was supposed to be studying with. We ain't studied not one lick during the semester. Maybe during lunchtime, but that was about it. And then I had another one, and we would study afterwards. But then after too many conflicts, baby, you gotta go. So guess what? The ones I ended with was not the ones I started with, and the ones I ended with, boy oh boy, was it like it was powerful, very powerful, and I love it. And I'm gonna stick beside it, okay? I'm gonna stick beside them. Sit at the front of the class and pay attention. I don't care if you gotta come in with a coffee, with a Celsius. You need to go work out before or after class to keep your energy high. Sit in front of the class, pay attention, don't fall asleep. Them teachers see that. And if they see you falling asleep in their class, baby, they're not gonna take you serious. Let's say you need a little push or something. They're not gonna take you serious. They're not. Because you're sleeping in them people class knowing you don't understand the information. Wake your tail up and pay attention in them people class. Because they sitting here, they're giving us the knowledge that we need. And even if it's things in the PowerPoint that they may not have mentioned in the PowerPoint, they may mention it in class. Maybe they don't want to drop all their tips and tricks in the PowerPoint, but in the class, they're gonna put us on game. You gotta pay attention. It might have been sometimes where I may have heard my professor say something, but I didn't write it down. But guess what? When it got time to that test, I heard that voice back in my head like, oh yeah. Oh, okay. Boom, I'm finna get this. And drink your water. Drink your water and mind your business. Mind your business. And that comes up to my next point. It's not a competition. Stop competing, because we all here for the same reason. You making this process harder than what it needs to be. You making it harder than what it needs to be. Stop competing. You don't need to know who got A's on the test. We don't need to know who failed. But it is good to know who failed, because if you're going to be genuine and help that person at the end of the day, make it your mission to do that. Don't sit there to clown people because they failed. No. If you want to know that someone did not pass the exam or who passed the exam, be willing to extend that helping hand to help them, so that way we could be on the come up. Baby, this is not a competition. It's not a race. Excuse me. Me finishing my exams, I could finish my exams like pretty fast. But I would know my information. Don't look around at other people getting up quick and trying to hurry up through your test to be finished just as fast as them, because we could easily make careless mistakes. Don't do it. Don't do it. Take your time. It's not a race. Slow and steady wins the race. Study by yourself first. Don't go into the study group first. Now, it is okay after class to go and recap, because that's what we're going to try to start doing this semester. Going and just doing a recap from what our professors went over that day in class. But don't sit there and try to just do a study group immediately. Or don't sit there and have one person cover this, one person cover that, one person cover this, one person. No, because what they think is important, you may not think is important. And what you think is important, they may not think is important. That's why you're going to study by yourself first. You're going to gather up everything first, and then you're going to come together and put y'all powerful brains together and see, oh, okay, I see why you thought that was important. And I see why I thought this was important, but why I left that out. Okay, help me understand. Help each other understand the material, and not just, okay, I need to know this for this test because she going to ask this for. No. We finna put these older generations of nurses to shame, because baby, they knew their stuff. They know their stuff. And that's why we need to be working together to understand, so that way when we get out there, we're not sitting here just being Google nurses like how they try to claim that we're gonna be, baby. No, we're not. We ain't gonna need to run to Google when we gotta look at the different medications and why this medication not gonna interact with that medication and why they can't be getting this done, why they on this. Like, baby, we gonna know all that off the bat. Why? Because we going to school, we get our education to understand, and we're helping each other understand. Make sure you understand, because those nursing school questions are not just cut and dry like the undergrad questions. Baby, you gotta understand. You gotta know why, if the patient is experiencing all these symptoms, why it's this diagnosis and not that diagnosis. You gotta, let's get it together. Them select all that applies don't play, baby. They don't play. Okay, learn how to relax daily. Learn how to relax daily. I created such a burnout mid-semester, so every day after class, almost every day, I try to go to the gym, and then I'll come home, I'll run me a hot bath after I shower, and I will light me a candle, and I'll play some meditation music. I try not to be in the tub studying, but sometimes I just bring my little iPad in there and I may watch a few videos. And don't do it. Relax. Give yourself that time to relax. It is okay to relax. After an exam, it's okay to relax. I don't pick up my books again. I don't want to talk. Now, I may talk, oh my God, that exam was just crazy, but I don't sit there and go back and figure out what I did wrong, where I went wrong. No. I relax. Because, baby, we got to keep going. If they offer test reviews, do the test reviews. Relax before the test review. The distance and abandonment from your family and friends is real. It's truly real. I thank God for my parents. They have my daughter while I embark on this nursing school journey, because they know when I'm done, baby, I'm gonna take care of y'all. I'm gonna take care of y'all. I'm gonna get my baby and I'm gonna take care of y'all. Okay? But they know sometimes even my mom tells my baby, don't call me. And I'm like, why you didn't call me? That's how I do it. Why you didn't call me? And my mom's like, well, we know you had an exam and I just wanted you to focus. And it is tough. You know, some people gonna feel like you abandoned them, but they just don't understand. It gets very lonely and it's very stressful and it's hard. It's hard. So make sure you have that conversation with them and they understand that it's not easy. You don't wanna not be talking to them. You don't wanna abandon them, but you know, it's a process. It's a journey that we're on. They gotta please bear with you. Bear with you. Understand. You know, you don't want any like problems extra. You just want peace, and you want to be able to do this thing the first time and get it over with. We don't want to be repeating. We don't want to be, you know, falling behind. We want to get it done, and that's it. Is it still worth it for me going to nursing school? Heck yeah! I love it. I've been loving the medical field since I was in 5th grade. I always wanted to be an OBGYN in the Air Force. I didn't take that path after, you know, going through the different stages of my life, but ultimately after working in the hospital at 18, I realized, hey, I want to be a nurse, because I know I could make a better impact on my patients and doing all of that at the bedside versus, you know, other careers. So, you know, and just going in hospitals now and just being able to walk in and say, hi, my name is Lasheen, I'm your student nurse. It just feels so rewarding. I can't wait, you know, and it's hard, but I know at the end, I am going to be just ecstatic. It's going to be amazing. Weight gain. So, like I said before, I wasn't working out. It led to burnout. I was depressed. I had upped my depression medication, and not knowing that was causing increased fluid retention, and it was just like that was one of the side effects of my medication. I didn't know, and that the medication also increased my appetite as well. So me at first not going to work out, I was just coming home, sitting at my computer desk, studying, eating and studying, and weight piled on. Like after the incident with one of my ankles, and the man was like, oh, you know, well, they thought it was a sprain, but when the nurse came out, he told me, you know, you gained 12 pounds within the past like 2 to 3 months. And I'm like, dang, that's a huge weight gain. Maybe that is why, you know, this ankle is sprained. But then after both ankles was hard to walk on, I'm like, hold on now, is something going wrong with my heart? Is something going wrong with what's going on now? You know, when you're in school, you start diagnosing yourself. But no, it was my medication, and it was just, you know, me not working out and me not doing that. So now that I've been working out, I look good, you know, I feel good, and it's just, you know, now it's just that maintenance. It's just that maintenance and, you know, keeping up with everything. So that's all for today. I don't want to make this video too long because it already is long. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and then comment down below if you have any recommendations of videos you want to see from me. I will also be putting out my video on how I went from a 1.5 GPA to accepted to nursing school and then got a 4.0 my first semester. Never give up, and if you want it, it's yours. Keep going after it. And for all of my returning subscribers, thank you for supporting me. I love y'all. Mwah.